Welcome to this Saturday's Travel and History Tip. Just adjacent to the Waterworks Museum is the Shreveport Railroad Museum. We started our tour on the exterior, where we saw this old railroad crossing sign and this little item called a speeder, which is a maintenance of way motorized vehicle formerly used on the railroads around the world by track inspectors and work crews to move quickly to and from work sites. Welcome, the Railroad Museum is open. Come in. And again, this is a self-guided tour. It is only one small rectangular-shaped room, but is it ever packed with an abundance of information. This report entitled The Earliest Railroad Activity in and Near Shreveport, early 1850s to 1860. In the early 1850s, two means of transportation served Shreveport, the stage lines and the river. As early as the 1840s, United States Congress discussed a northern route for a transcontinental railroad, but after the Mexican War, a southern route would be easier to build. Railroad lines envisioned to connect Shreveport east and west along the 32nd parallel were the Vicksburg, Shreveport, and Texas, and the Southern Pacific. By 1860, the V.S.&T. track was completed from the Red River to the village of Jewella, and the locomotive Benjamin May Johnson ran over the line. Work was suspended in 1861, although the entire distance to the Texas state line was graded. On the Southern Pacific line in Texas, the first train of cars powered by the locomotive Louisiana began at Swanson's Landing on Caddo Lake, and it ran to Jonesville, Texas, and on to Marshall, a distance of 26 miles. Another piece of paper read, The earliest railroad activity in and near Shreveport, 1861 to 1866. With the outbreak of the Civil War, Shreveport was linked by rail with neither east nor west. Railroads in Shreveport never played the role that they did in the east. In the summer of 1863, Edmund Kirby Smith ordered the track taken up from Swanson's Landing to Jonesville and relayed to connect with Jewella as a military necessity. By 1864, the track extended to Greenwood. The gap between Greenwood and Jewella was graded by 1864, but the approach of the federal forces near Alexandria prevented the bringing of iron rail to Shreveport. With the surrender in June 1865, General Edmund R.S. Canby, Brigadier General, United States Army, ordered the railroad completed. However, because the discharge of volunteer troops in the area Canby countermanded his order and returned the railroad to the owners. The Shreveport area had learned the importance of transportation during the Civil War. Difficulties of transportation between Shreveport and Marshall finally brought on a pressing need for a connection of the two locations. The track between Shreveport and Marshall was completed on July 28, 1866. And as I said, this small little room is packed full of information and beautiful signs and memorabilia. And here are some notes that were issued by the Vicksburg, Shreveport, and Texas Railroad Company during the Civil War. Many were printed on paper from old bonds, and most were issued in Monroe on 13th January 1862. One of the things that I thought was really cool was this display has the Amtrak dinner place setting in 2019, which is paper and plastic. We actually rode on an Amtrak from Milwaukee to Chicago. We were not in a dinner car or anything that offered any of that, but it would have been cool to see that to compare it. They also want you to make note of the 2019 menu prices compared to the older 1950 prices. For example, a T-bone steak back then was $2.50 versus now $25. And this old menu reads, Dinner in the Diner is one of the experiences that add to the enjoyment of travel by rail. This, you will find, is especially true when you travel and dine the Missouri Pacific way. For Missouri Pacific Diner service, at breakfast, luncheon, or dinner time, offers a variety of carefully selected fresh fruits, vegetables, poultry, meats, and other foods. These are skillfully prepared by cookery artists, deftly served in pleasant surroundings that invite you to relax and enjoy your meal. It is an important part of the Missouri Pacific tradition of travel leadership throughout the West Southwest. And here is that menu. And I want to read a few of the items here, and these are served with potato salad and pickled chips. Baked ham, 85 cents. Cold roast beef, 85 cents. Cold turkey, 85 cents. Lettuce and tomato, 70 cents. And a combination ham and cheese is $1. Assorted soft drinks are 15 cents. And chilled tomato or grapefruit juice is 30 cents. And there you can see the broiled T-bone steak, 12 ounces, $2.50. And 15 cents will get you a cup of coffee, and 30 cents will get you a whole pot of tea. Shreveport's Union Station was gutted by fire on November 5, 1969, just 2 days after it closed to passenger traffic. How sad. The last KCS passenger train through Shreveport, the Southern Belle, rolled out of the station on November 2nd, headed to New Orleans, reflecting the overall demise of passenger service in the country. The fire of undetermined origin started in the basement where mattresses and old papers were stored. And here is a paper brick from a walkway at Shreveport's Union Station, which was destroyed by fire, as I just read, in 1969. There is a display of a model train city, and of course I pushed the button to watch the train roll out and go across its track around the entire room. American history. Learn it. Love it. Appreciate it. Share our YouTube channel with a couple of friends and family members. Help us to grow our channel and our viewership. Partner with us on a monthly basis. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.